maintain. Hello, internet world. Okay, I gotta do it so fast because my family will be returning soon, but I just want to see if maybe I can do one chapter. We'll see. Alright. Episode 6, Urban Legends. Luke's crew are on the road in the van. As they're driving, Hershey's pulls Rusty up close to him to talk privately. Rusty, what, Dad? Hershey's, when we make camp tonight, I want you to stay with me and Judd. I don't like you running off and spending so much time with that. Rusty challenging him. What? Say it, huh? What were you gonna call him? Hershey's glares. That. He drops his voice lower. That Union man. Rusty, I knew it. I knew you only hated him because he used to be in a union. Hershey's, that ain't the only reason. He's no good for you. But yes, why lie? I don't trust any union man. Goddamn unions. Making it so hard for small business owners like me to get off the ground. I hate them. It's so wrong in so many ways. Rusty, but you don't even know the first thing about them. Unions ain't bad, they're good. Hershey's blows him off. Rusty, it's true. Tyree told me stories. He told me all about how they used to be so mistreated and the struggle for workers' rights, and how they used to march and sing songs together, dreaming of a better future. Hershey's, enough. I don't want to hear any more out of you. No son of mine is gonna go running around with some due-paying, blue-collar-wearing, hammer-swinging union man. Rusty, you can't tell me what to do. I'm 26 years old. You can't control me no more. Just then, Tyree leans over and takes off one of his headphones. We can slightly hear that he's listening to Black Sabbath. Okay, of course. Tyree, hey, what are you guys talking about? Cut to the van pulling up on the side of the road. It's funny because I love that dumb thing where it's like somebody's being talked about and then they're like right there. I seriously didn't think that was such a fucking like trope until I heard that one podcast where the guy was like, yeah, you know that shit that like always happens, like the most overused thing ever, and I'm like, really? Is it? Did I really use a thing that's the most overused thing ever? But anyway, whatever. Okay, cut to the van pulling up on the side of the road. It's officially nighttime now. The stars are out and the sky is black. Luke steps down out of the van, goes over and starts smashing in the windows of a roadside convenience store with the back end of his rifle. Wait, did I already read this before? No, that was something else where they were, like, doing target practice in a store. Luke calls to his crew. Hershey's, Michonne, Rick, come here. They go ahead and follow him to raid the store, knowing better by now than to talk back. Hershey's, as he walks away. Remember what I said, Rusty. Oh, shit, this is... Were they all double-sided? I don't remember. The last page isn't double-sided, but I think that's just because the chapter ended that way. Okay, he leaves. Rusty glares. His eyes glow yellow for a moment. Rusty muttering, Sure, Pop, sure. Whatever you say. Demonic music starts up low in the background, looking wicked and devilish, with fingernails and teeth that suddenly look sharp. He comes up behind Tyree. He puts his hands on Tyree's shoulders and whispers in his ear. With his sharp nails? Rusty, come with me. Red smoke suddenly comes out of his mouth. Cut to Rusty leading Tyree by the hand through the night, into a dark stretch of fields away from the convenience store. In Rusty's other hand is a candle to light the way, but still, they can barely see around themselves. Tyree, where are we going? You know your dad's gonna be mad when he sees us missing. Rusty, psh, I don't care about him. I want to show you this place. This place the Dark Lord showed me in a moment of vision and deja vu. The candle illuminates a small stretch of rotten old wooden fence with a little gate. It creaks quietly as Rusty opens it and leads them through. Rusty, this was once a place of hatred and fear, where innocents suffered and crosses burned. Tyree, under his breath, the clan. Rusty, yeah, but no more. Now this is a place where the true Lord reigns again. Rusty lets go of Tyree's hand and vanishes into the dark. He strikes a match and lights a fuse, and suddenly a big-ass upside-down cross bursts into flames before them. Tyree just looks at it like, what the fuck did I get myself into? He starts looking around the area. In the light of the burning satanic cross, he realizes that there are other smaller inverted crosses in a circle all around them. There's a tree where a severed goat's head is hanging by the horns, with its tongue flopping out. Tyree, holy shit, Rusty. He looks around again. Tyree, Rusty? Rusty, seductively, I'm here. Tyree turns around, hearing the voice coming from behind him. Rusty steps out into the firelight. All his regular clothes are gone. Instead, he's standing barefoot in a sleek white wedding dress and veil. Rusty pulls the veil back from his face gracefully. Rusty, hello, my love. Tyree, taken back. Where'd you get that dress? Rusty, it was buried back there, under that gravestone. Tyree, man, I don't know if all this is a good idea. Rusty comes close. He puts his hands on Tyree's shoulders. Rusty, what do we ever know? Nothing. Humans are small, weak, doomed. Better to enjoy the little time of life we got, without worry, even if life only really lasts a fraction of an instant. What was that other story I was reading before? Oh, no, I think that's actually the same story. Where... What was it? What was it where it's like, humans think they know everything, but they know nothing? Oh, that was MSP Namarua, when the scientist was saying that. Rusty leans up and they kiss. Rusty, would you go steady with me? Tyree, yes. Rusty smiles. Then let's dance. The music starts up. Soundtrack. Life is a mystery, everyone must stand alone. See, I want to sing properly, but it's just like, you have to take it so slow. I'd rather just do it fast. I hear you call my name, and it feels like home. They hold hands and start to dance, twirling each other around in the satanic courtyard. As the empty eye sockets of the goat head watch over them, the fire magically spreads to the other crosses around the circle, lighting them one by one until their lovers' dance is surrounded by a ring of burning flame. It's like a menorah or something. Soundtrack. When you call my name, it's like a little prayer. I'm down on my knees. I want to take you there in the midnight hour. I can feel your power, just like a prayer. You know I'll take you there. It was so fun. Every time I listened to this song for like months and months and months, like I could picture this in my head like perfectly. Like nobody can envision it so perfectly as I could picture it. Like with the camera, like sweeping around and just I imagine this so cinematically that I wish I could like make other people see it the way I see it. Anyway, it's like an angel sighing, I have no choice, I hear your voice, feel like flying, blah blah blah. Anyway, I'm not gonna read all this shit. You're supposed to be playing the song along with it. I would have done that if copyright wasn't a fucking thing. Anyway, I think I literally wrote the entire lyrics of the whole song, so I'm not gonna do it all. Okay, the flames ignite trails of gasoline on the ground, and it travels until a big blazing pentagram is lit up and burning on the earth around the ring of crosses. They continue dancing in the center, spinning around and around in love. Blah blah blah, where is it? They embrace together and kiss in passion as Madonna does all that vocalizing and shit in the bridge of the song. Outside the flames, many lifeless eyes appear out of the darkness. The zombies have found them, but they're too scared of the fires to come into the circle. So instead they just mill around the edges mesmerized, like animals in a Disney princess movie. I didn't even remember that part. No, I remember it now. Rusty. Tyree, I love you. I love you so much. I can barely catch my breath. Tyree looks at him and sees that he's really pale and sweaty. Tyree, are you alright? Maybe we better stop. Rusty staggers back a few steps and puts his hands on his chest. Rusty, goddamn, this bodice is so damn tight. I can't breathe. Can you help me loosen this thing? Rusty reaches back to try and undo the corset like laces, but before he can really do anything, he passes out and lands cold on the ground. All the fires, except for the first cross, quickly extinguish. Rusty is down in the dirt, squirming around and making little fucked up sounds like he's having a light seizure. It's like light beer. Tyree, shit! He runs to Rusty and tries to snap him out of it by shaking him lightly, but it's no use. Tyree, goddamn you, Satan! You ain't gonna take my baby from me! He stands over Rusty, grabs the front of his corset, and with all his strength, he rips it right in half. I feel like that's from Pirates of the Caribbean. But it's also, you know, a, like, stereotypical racist joke, I guess. You'll see. Anyway, suddenly he hears a voice from the gate. Hershey's, get the hell off my son! A gunshot rings out in the satanic courtyard. Tyree jumps up and grabs Rusty, throwing him over his shoulder and running for his life. Hershey's and Judd chase after Tyree, and the zombies chase after all of them. Cut to Tyree, Hershey's, Judd, and Rusty all back at camp. Rusty is now stripped out of the dress and is covered by a blanket instead, while he moans softly and squirms on the floor like a dying extra in a war movie. Everyone is standing around thinking he's a goner. Luke, as he smokes a cigarette. Embalming poisoning. I'd recognize the signs of it anywhere. God. Our unit ran an embalming strike once in Fallujah. He shakes his head darkly. Those poor souls. Hershey's. How the fuck did my son get embalming poisoning? Luke, that dress he was wearing, it must have been taken off a corpse. The embalming fluid is absorbed into the clothes of the buried person. You put those clothes on, and it'll get into you too. Yeah, thanks for explaining the urban legend to us, Luke. I was thinking to myself, like, you know what, I'm not gonna explain it, because the chapter is called Urban Legends, and it's like, I'm actually gonna, like, respect the audience's, like, intelligence this time. I'm not gonna explain it. And then, of course, Luke explained it anyway. Anyway, Hershey's to Rusty. Why, boy, why? Peter, don't kids know anything these days? You never put on something that's been dug up out of a grave. Hershey's, he wouldn't have done it in the first place, accusingly to Tyree, if he weren't out tramping around in the night with you. Of course, the accusing father. Tyree, hey, lay off, old man. Rusty took me out, not the other way around. You ought to be grateful I was there to save him. Hershey's, ugh. Peter, see, this is an example of what happens when you don't talk to your kids about shit. Hershey's, excuse me. Luke cuts them all off. Enough. They all shut up. Luke grumbles. I hoped it wouldn't come to this, but at least I came prepared. Everyone watches him in high suspense. He goes back over to the van and digs around for a minute before bringing back a black plastic bag. What? From out of the bag, he takes a red piece of clothing, which when he shakes it out turns out to be a bright red hoodie. Oh, okay, I remember this part. Luke, he throws his cigarette butt on the ground. Kid, come here. Carl goes to him. Rick can hardly stand it, but he holds himself back. Peter nudges him and gives him a little look like, it'll be okay. Oh, that was Peter. For some reason I was picturing Luke. I don't know why. Luke hands Carl the hoodie. Time for you to get your own mission, boy. I know a man who has the best supply of medicines and antidotes in the whole southeastern United States, but he's extremely secretive and eccentric, you could say. It's a complicated story. All you have to know is that he gave me this sweater and told me I could call on his help, but only if I send a child, alone, with this red flag. That way he knows for sure it's on terms that are friendly to him. Carl looks at the hoodie. Okay. Luke hands him a piece of paper. Here's a map, and his location is marked. He points. This is where we are now. You should be able to make it in a day or two. This is all very convenient. Hershey's. Do we have that long to wait? Luke. Yes. Embalming poisoning is slow and horrible. Everyone else, ... Luke hands Carl a flashlight and a bottle of water. Get moving. You got no time to lose. Rick finally reaches all he can take. No, you're not gonna send my son into the den of some pedophile freak. Luke, he'll do as I tell him to, just like you. That man may be insane, but he won't harm your boy. Besides, he's Rusty's only chance. Judd. Yeah, Rusty's someone's son too, you know. Rick. But... Luke turns back to Carl. Go, get! Like a dog movie. Carl goes running away into the night. Rick shouts after him, be careful! That would be like me. Like, if my nieces were gonna do something hella dangerous, I couldn't, like, stop them. I'd just be like, be careful, you know? He puts his face in his hands and groans. Luke turns to Barbara. Luke, you, take care of this sick man. Barbara, stunned. Me? Luke, yes, you. What do you think I brought you here for? To fight? Barbara, but I don't know how. I'm not a nurse. I don't even know basic first aid. Luke dismisses her. You're a 1960s woman, aren't you? Figure it out. So true. The rest of you, get to bed. She's not allowed to sleep, huh? Typical. The rest of you, get to bed. I plan to reach Atlanta by tomorrow. Not feeling good about it, but not daring to talk back to Luke. Everyone just stays quiet and start to get ready to sleep for the night. The end of that chapter. Alright, now let me sift through the other 2 fucking copies I have of this. Okay, Urban Legends. Oh, come on. It's kind of trippy, I just remember how long all this took me to write, and now it's like, oh yes, each chapter is just so tiny, and, you know, when you really look at it, when it's all finished. Anyway, okay. I don't know if I can finish this, but let's see. Episode 7, The Execution of the Plan. We open on an empty part of the POW orchard in the middle of the night. The moon is all out and glowing. We hear some giggling, and Marcia runs into the scene carrying a picnic basket. Marcia, come on, losers, you're too slow. Salucci and Luba come into view, too. He has his arm around Luba's waist. Her pregnant waist. Salucci, alright, hold your horses, eager beaver. We're coming. Marcia, I just can't wait for a romantic nighttime picnic, hee, giggles cartoonishly. She spreads the picnic blanket on the grass, puts the basket on it, and starts setting everything up. Salucci and Luba join her on the blanket, and they get all comfortable together. Marcia, hey cutie boy, give me a kiss. She leans over and kisses Salucci on the cheek. Luba chuckles. Yes, and now me. See, I'm gonna try to not do the deep voice for the Russian accent, but I don't think I can. She turns his head towards her and kisses him on the mouth. Marcia, jealously, She scoots closer to him and turns him back to face her. Marcia, now me. She kisses him. Luba starts unbuttoning his shirt. So warm a night. It's better take this off. Marcia gets in between them and sits on his lap. This is also like twins. Marcia, hey, you like what you see? Salucci, getting overwhelmed, gets out from under Marcia and stands up. He laughs, nervously. Salucci, ladies, don't get crazy here. There's enough of old Lucky Lucci to go around. Luba chuckles again. You're right, Tavarich. We have been so foolish. See, I'm doing the deep voice again, whatever, I don't care. Marcia, ... Luba nudges her. Marcia, huh? Oh, yeah, foolish. Luba beckons with one finger. Come here. Let Mama eat Tyochka take care of you. Salucci bites on his lip to keep from grinning too hard. He gets back down in the blanket with them. Salucci, so what kind of thing did you lovely ladies have in mind first? Marcia, I know what I want to do. I just want to eat you up because you're so cute. She squeals and jumps into his arms. She starts kissing all on the side of his neck like a hyper puppy. Luba, I don't know how to describe this, this emoji right here. The side eye, I guess. Salucci laughing. Haha. Come on, you maniac, cut it out. She starts play biting on his shoulder and growling like a puppy. Salucci, playfully trying to pull her off, kinda. You're looking for a spanking, you know that? Ugh, God. He wrestles with her a little more, but she won't let go. He cringes. Salucci, ow! He tries to laugh it off. Haha, not so rough, freak. Haha, ha. Hey, fuck you, it's too rough. Hey, stop it, get off me. He starts pulling at her frantically to try and get him to... Wait. He starts pulling at her frantically to try and get her off of him, I think it's supposed to say. It says to try and get him off, but I don't think that's a joke. I think that's like a mistake. But she's stuck fast to him like a barnacle. He hits her and pulls her hair and everything, but she won't budge. Salucci, get off! Fucking Christ, you crazy! Get off of me! With a hella many, exclamation points. Finally he puts his fingers between her teeth and pries her off of him. Literally. That was something I always like to, put in my role plays and scenes and shit like that. It was the whole book in the mouse thing. But I know people that it's probably associated with seizures and stuff like that, but to me it was more like a defense technique. Anyway, he shoves her back like his life depends on it and slaps her in an Italian wife beater style across the face. She gets knocked back all dizzy. Salucci, what's wrong with you? Marcia shakes her head. I guess I got a little carried away. She giggles as if it's all cool. Salucci puffs angrily at her, holding his shoulder. He gets up and goes over to the nearest tree, and checks on... to the nearest tree, I guess to lean on, and checks on the bite, which is bleeding and trickling blood. Salucci, what the fuck is wrong with you, you crazy bitch, huh? I had to fucking kill you. Marcia fixing her hair. Oh, come on, don't be so dramatic. We were just having fun. Salucci, you think that's fun? Luba stands up. Oh, look at time. We must go and join camp for late dinner. Salucci, late dinner? I thought we were ditching late dinner to come out here and screw around. Marcia, as she and Luba pack up. Oh nah, we gotta go or we'll get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble, especially not with Chambers. Luba slinks up to Salucci. He backs up away from her warily. Luba, come on, darling. Don't think bad of us. Come, my kiss will heal your wound. She goes to kiss him on the shoulder, but he squirms away from her. She catches him on the hand instead. She and Marcia wander off back through the orchard, giggling quietly. Salucci glares at them. Should I even try to finish this? Yeah, why the hell not? Okay, cut to late dinner. All the soldiers are sitting in a circle around a campfire, hanging out and telling jokes, eating warmed-up canned food, you know, all that natural shit. The POWs are gathered nearby, huddled under their tarps, and quietly eating their meager rations. The soldier next to Salucci looks at him. Salucci is staring off into space and hugging himself. I mean, lightly hugging. Like he's cold, not like he's in a fucking straitjacket, lol. Soldier, hey, what's the matter with you? You ain't eating? Salucci, huh? He looks over at him. Oh, you can have mine. He slides it towards him. I don't feel good. The other soldier gives him a sideways look and scoots away from him. Soldier, ugh, you sick? Don't be passing nothing on to me. Oh my god, this is so pre-COVID. Like, literally 5 years ago, I think. 4 or 5 years ago I was writing this, but it's like, some things never change. Then another extra soldier, turns to them and gets involved. Other soldier, what's going on here? Who's sick? Salucci, nobody. First soldier, busts Salucci out. He is! Salucci gives him a look. Snitch. The second soldier looks at Salucci. Oh my god, so many S's. That's like a tongue twister. And sees a little bit of blood coming through his sleeve. As soon as he sees that, he gets all edgy. You know what's crazy? Maybe it's the apocalypse. Maybe they don't have, full-on uniforms. Maybe he is just wearing a cloth shirt, kind of like what I have. That's, like, olive or something, or white. But, like, if it's, like, a canvas, like, like a military jacket, I guess that's considered a jacket, huh? Or, like, an overshirt. They usually wear, like, a t-shirt underneath, right? Something like that. Because I was gonna say, like, the canvas, like, it would take a lot of blood to go through it. Because I've had some military clothes. I mean, this right here, these pants that I'm wearing, they're, like, pretty stiff, you know? I mean, I wear them every day, so they're, like, broken in now. But, like, I think if it was some blood on the inside, it wouldn't necessarily go all the way through the other side. Anyway, whatever. Where was I? As soon as he sees that, he gets all edgy. Second soldier, what the hell is that? Salucci, nothing. Second soldier, don't give me that nothing shit. He stands up. I swear to God, Salucci, were you bit by one of those things? Salucci, no! Second soldier backs away also. Hey man, you better stay away from me. I ain't trying to be one of the Walking Dead. First soldier backs off more. Yeah, me too. Marcia and Luba glance over subtly, pretending they don't notice, but they're watching. Corporal Chambers hears all the ruckus and comes over. Chambers, hey, what the hell's going on here? First soldier blurts out, Salucci's been bit by a zombie. See, this is what happens. Like, assumptions are made, and then before you know it, you're being accused of some shit that's not even real, and everybody believes it. Salucci stands up fast. No, I'm not. He's lying. The other soldiers scatter back further to keep away from him. Second soldier, look at him, he's bleeding. Salucci, shut up. Everyone who's not already sucked into the drama looks up, and now everyone's watching. Chambers gives a look like, I'm not dealing with this bullshit tonight. He grabs Salucci by the shirt and snaps it open with his bare hands. Is that like a parallel to, the bodice being ripped off of, Rusty? Sending the top buttons flying. He sees the bite mark and his face instantly shows what he thinks about that. Salucci, that ain't what it looks like. Chambers grabs his gun out of the holster. Salucci, holding his shirt closed. I can explain. Chambers, then explain. Salucci, it wasn't the zombie. It was those two new broads over there. He points to Marcia and Luba. Chambers looks over at them and then back to Salucci. Chambers, you can think of a better excuse than that. Salucci, it's true. Those two bitches took me out to the peach trees and one of them bit me. The blonde one, you gotta believe me. Chambers makes sure his gun's loaded. And you just sat back and let that happen. The other soldiers snicker a little bit. Salucci, well, I tried. I just couldn't get her off, that's all. She was too strong. All the other soldiers burst out laughing at him. Salucci's face turns bright red. Yeah, that's like a shitty situation. What are you gonna do there? It's like, on one hand you're guilty, on the other hand you're like a pussy, so, you know. Anyway, Chambers mutters, "You poor son of a bitch." He points the gun at him. The other soldiers shut up. Chambers, "You come with me quietly and I'll put you in quarantine instead of shooting you right here. Once the sergeant comes back, he can decide what to do with you." That's fucking real, honestly. Salucci starting to lose it. "You don't believe me? You don't believe me?" He snaps. "Well, fuck you. You can all go straight to hell." He grabs a bottle of Jack and smashes it down in the campfire, making the glass fly everywhere and the fire blaze up. Oh! Salucci leaps on Chambers like a rabid dog. Oh my god, how is that a good idea? And a huge ass fight breaks out with every soldier jumping in and yelling and trying to pull Salucci back. Someone goes running away into the darkness and Chambers shoots him in the back of the head. Oh my god, dead into the field. That's fucked up. Soldiers are yelling, "He bit me, he got away," screaming at each other, yelling orders that no one's listening to, etc. In the middle of all the confusion, the Puritan POWs all get down and slither quickly away from the camp. They hurry into the darkness. Behind them, they hear more gunfire breaking out as the military camp descends into madness. That didn't take long. Suddenly thunder claps overhead, and the rain all of a sudden starts pouring down with no warning. Nice. Our team of protagonists. See, before they were heroes, quote unquote, now they're just protagonists, quote unquote. Run towards the highway. When the lightning flashes, they can see the Puritan POWs scattering into the distance in many directions across the fields. I always like that, doing that in my stories now and then, like, that whole thing where it's like, you can only see by the lightning, you know, and stuff. They can see the Puritan POWs scattering into the distance in many directions across the fields. Marcia has a quick flashback of her own escape from the meth lab, all the meth cooker girls rebelling and running out in a big Disney dog pound escape scene as the drug house burns to the ground in the background. Southeast Asian meth cooker girl. Viva la revolution! Exit flashback. I totally forgot about that part about her being like a slave. Marcia dramatically to herself. "Run, run, my darlings. Be free." Cut to, I don't know, several miles down the road or something. All our protagonists, in parentheses, now ex-POWs, are hanging out and hiding from the rain in a tipped-over abandoned bus that's laying on the side of the road. Tyrone, as he pets Luba, in a cat-like way. How do y'all do it, baby? How do y'all make it happen? I gotta work on Tyrone's, Georgia voice. I can't do it. 'Cause, like, the way I see it in my mind is, like, Tyree, he's, like, more country. So I think his voice is, like, you know, I feel like whether you're black or white, a country accent's kind of a country accent, you know? It's a little different, but, you know, similar enough. But, like, the urban, like, accent, like, I don't know. And then, of course, people will be like, "No, it's a slight difference. Like, every city, every state, you know, is like a slight difference." And I'm just like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, I'm sure it's true, but, you know, I'm not that level of linguistics. Anyways, where am I? Luba smiles coyly. Oh god, more Russian. Не было только я. Многое idea built Marcia. Okay, yeah. It just says, well, it wasn't just me. Most of the idea was from Marcia. Yeah. That's fine. Everyone looks at Marcia. Marcia smiles, blushes slightly. Well, it's all pretty simple. See, she pulls out of nowhere, of course, a plaid hat with ear flaps and an old-fashioned pipe. She puts them on and tells her story with Ken Burns-style visuals. Marcia, from the first moment we got here, I've been studying the soldiers, analyzing them, if you will, looking for weaknesses that could be exploited. When I saw Salucci and heard his voice, I knew he was the one. All the other men had more or less generic makeup to them, but this one, he had a higher concentration of negative male stereotype than the rest. I knew that, no matter how impractical, there was no way he could say no to a threesome with two females. Luba played the role of the Freudian proverbial whore, foreign, red-headed, exotic, and commanding, and I played the Madonna, if you will, young, inexperienced, cute, and innocent, and blonde. She puffs on her pipe. Salucci would never suspect that Luba's arousing ass slap was spiked, literally, when she hit a pin between her fingers that had been soaked in my special poison. Of course, it took a few hours for the poison to take effect and make him feel sick, But by that time, our plan was fully underway. Once I explained the situation to a few of those other nameless POWs, it didn't take much to convince them to rebel and run with us. By dinner time, it was all sealed. Everyone else impressed. Wow. Marcia nods and puffs on her pipe. Elementary, my dears. Oh my god. A moment of silence. Curly. Well, what do y'all want to do now? Shane. That psycho sergeant was talking about taking Rick and the rest of them to Atlanta. Glenn. Then that's where we gotta go. Zombie movie part 2. Return to Atlanta. Everyone is just silent to his joke. Glenn. ... Embarrassed. Sorry. They all just sit together quietly, huddled in the bus while the rain pours down and the lightning and thunder goes on outside. The end of chapter 7. Okay, sweet. Oh, 30 minutes, damn. Oh well, whatever. Bonus episode.